Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Bill with NotaryCoach.com. It's another beautiful day in Phoenix, and I'm getting quite a few inquiries about how to attract new business. So I thought I'd chat a little bit about that right now because that's a big deal, especially because the refinance market is taking a dip right now because rates have gone up. So there's a lot less signings out there, especially for refinances. So what you want to do is you want to try to connect with title and escrow companies that do a lot of purchase business right now. And in order to do that, you've got to put yourself out there, whether it's going to be through email, live and in person, or whatever that might be for you. You want to do something that kind of matches your personality, but I also challenge you to kind of step outside of your comfort zone and do something that's unique and creative, that's going to make you stand out from the other signing companies and signing agents in your area that might also be soliciting for new business. The key is these escrow officers, in a lot of cases, get some autonomy on who they use to do their signings. So you want to connect with escrow officers. So you can do that live and in person through networking meetings, charity events, that type of thing, or sometimes you can just pop into title and escrow companies and introduce yourself. I highly recommend you find something creative and unique that will kind of pop and stand out. So you're not just somebody randomly walking in and trying to hand out business cards. They're not going to respond too well to that, of course. But, if you could find a creative way to do that, you might be okay. The other thing, too, is everything that you need to know to find these escrow officers really does exist online right now. So you can do a Google search of some of the most productive title companies in your area. You might not want to go with the top 3. You might want to pick that mid-range, because the ones at the top are targets for everybody. So if you work your way down a little bit, they still do significant business, and they can still provide a great lifestyle for you. And not be one of the top 3 or even 5 title companies in a particular market city. I think I've mentioned before, guys, I only have 2 title companies that I do business with, and then 2 signing companies, and that provides a significant, huge amount of income right now. So because of the volume that they do. So it's a little bit of hit and miss. Some title companies give you so much business that you can't keep up, and some, it might just trickle in. But you got to put yourself in the arena and get out there and leave yourself available for luck to hit you a little bit sometimes. So also, I know Google isn't always the best option because, you get a lot of crap in there too, and sometimes people hide their email addresses and their phone numbers. So LinkedIn is another great resource that you might want to consider. Now, LinkedIn has its challenges as well, and they protect the identity of people, but they also have a premium version that allows you to contact and search by industry, by title company. So if you knew you wanted to work with this particular title company in your city, you could actually search LinkedIn for all the escrow officers that work for that title company, and you could reach out to them or just add them to your network so they can see some of your interactions and you can interact with them. You can see what kind of activities they're doing, where their company is going. So all of that is information that you can use to tailor a message to them later on down the road or even right away. Now, the LinkedIn Premium is relatively expensive, I thought. The version that you'd want runs, I think it's $69.99 a month. But they offer a free trial period, and I think it's 30 days. So if you use your 30-day trial correctly, you might be able to get a lot of information that you need to at least start generating some revenue that might justify you spending that in month 2 and 3 and then down the road. So there's a good tip for you on connecting with escrow officers. I know I barely touched on networking meetings, but that is another huge one. This is a relationship business, and people work with who they like. So if you can find ways to connect on a very personal level with these escrow officers, that will benefit you. And Meetup.com is a great resource for finding networking meetings. What's really nice about networking meetings is, sometimes they limit the number of people in a particular category that can join their group. And as a mobile notary and signing agent, it's almost guaranteed that there will not be anybody else filling that spot. That's part of the problem across our industry, is that people don't treat this like a real business, so they're not out there hustling and networking. So there's always going to be room for you, or most likely going to be room for you. So get out there. Meetup.com has a lot of free networking groups, and then there's some great paid ones too. The BNI network is probably one of the most popular. It is relatively expensive to join, but it's powerful. And those are people who are taking their business very seriously, and they connect, and it's structured and organized, and you might like it. If you don't like structure and organization and a large startup fee, again, meetup.com can give you lots of free options out there. All right, I hope that's helpful for you. Thank you very much for listening. This is Bill with NotaryCoach.com.